A simple question for us this week. Is Vrba better than Firpo? Yes, it's another win. We're reviewing the Derby County game with Jacob, and we're talking about Rothwell. Is he one of the most underrated players of all championship? Set pieces, just how important are they in football these days? And who are the best fans to visit Elland Road this season? We've got Jacob back with us. Thank you very much for joining us, Jacob. And Freddie is on holiday. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. It's a very quick, very precise look at all things Leeds United. I'm going to kick that off straight away, Jacob, if that's okay, by looking at some tweets from the Derby County game. Nick Watmore says, does anyone else think that Wober is a much better option at left back? I do. And Tony says, Wober really took to the forward aspect of the role. He was superb. Great to see. I'll hit it straight at you then, Jacob. Firpo or Wober?
Oh, that's tough. Obviously, like Vrba hasn't played much this season. I mean, his last real stint was that season when we went down in the Premier League, and then he wasn't really playing at left back. So obviously he's got his goal yesterday, which makes it a tougher decision. But for me, I've got to stick with Firpo. To be honest, I feel he's improved so much with us, especially going forward wise. You know, he's got himself a few goals and his assists, his crossing ability. So I'm going to stick with Firpo, but Max Vrba was very, very good yesterday. Very, very good when he was called upon.
Do you understand the Firpo criticism? Because you watch Leeds every single game. You go to most of them home and away. So you're in a better position to answer this from a neutral from me. But Firpo defensively at times has been wanting. There's a couple of goals we can point to even this season where you think, well, if you'd have got to your man, close your man down a bit quickly, that wouldn't have led to a goal. So do you understand the criticism? I mean, first of all, 100 games for Leeds this weekend, so congratulations to him. Shame it ended with having to leave the field. But do you get the criticism or not?
Yeah, I do. I feel, especially that first season when he came in, obviously Barcelona, you know, you think, oh, this is going to be a great signing. But yeah, he was clumsy on the ball a few times. You know, he wasn't really up to fitness, I didn't think. You know, like tracking back and stuff. But and obviously, like dropping down a league into the Championship, it's always going to be easier for a player like him. But yeah, going forward is definitely he's definitely better at going forward than defending. But yeah, we'll let him off.
Okay, all right. Let us know in the comments what you think. Moving on to Rothwell, then. I like Rothwell. I mean, I think he's much misunderstood player. I mean, last year at Southampton, and he's a bit of a journeyman, but he seems to have really settled into this Leeds side. And Rodon, I think, got many people's man of the match award. But for you, was Rothwell up there with potential man of the match winner against Derby?
Oh, definitely. I'm so pleased for him as well because, like you said, he didn't really get a solid run of games at Southampton last season. But he's been so good again, like on the ball going forward. His set piece delivery yesterday for Rodon as well. Him and Tanaka, that partnership in there it's only going to get better. And you think with Ampadu back now, you know, he can't really drop either Rothwell or Tanaka, to be honest. You know, but, so pleased for Rothwell. I'm just waiting for him to score now. Some of them he got for Southampton last year, just waiting for him to smash one in from 30 yards. But no, Rothwell's been great. It's a really clever signing from us, a really, really clever signing.
Absolutely. But did you even screw your eyes up a little bit when you first heard it, or being honest?
I did. I kind of thought, you know, we've got, you know, plenty of midfield cover. Ampadu and Gruev were, you know, really good the end part of that season. And then obviously with Tanaka coming in, and, you know, you've even got a few others in there. But I kind of thought he was just going to be a backup. You know, he played a few times in pre-season, but those first few games didn't really get involved or anything. And obviously he's got his chance when Gruev and Ampadu have been injured, and he's taken that. So yeah, absolutely. Really, really pleased with the way it's going.
Yeah. Harry Thompson says easy man of the match. He led the team like a true boss today. Buzzing, he got his first goal. About Rodon, of course, he's giving me Lucas Radamy vibes. CM says Rothwell was the man of the match for me. Rodon was excellent too. The rest need to improve massively. Or, here we go with this one, we get beaten heavily on Tuesday. Derby were woeful, but we're a totally different proposition at home in 22 days' time. It is a huge week for Leeds, and I actually think it's going to be a season season-defining week with Middlesbrough at home before, obviously, before recording this, and Preston away, where you lost last year around Christmas time as well, and they are just starting to get their act together as well. So we know what you've been like away from home. Would you take a draw against Borough now if you could beat Preston, or have you got to beat Borough just to shove them down that pecking order a bit?
Yeah, I really think we've got to beat Borough, especially being at home under the lights at Elland Road. It's always a big occasion. Obviously, they did beat us in the EFL Cup, but if you look at their squad that day, it's improved massively up until now, and it was, we weren't really too bothered, I thought. But yeah, home games are massive in the champion, especially like you said, our away form has not been very good of recent, and Preston is always a tough place to go for us. We've not really been lucky there over the past few years. But I think if we beat Borough, that's a real statement because they've got a really good side, and they know how to score goals. So definitely be a tough one.
Yeah, it's a shame this is on a Champions League night because this fixture should get its own kind of billing on a Sunday, but that's the way it's gone. Does he go defensive at home? Does he just need to shore it up a little bit more than usual? Because we know, I think the front three of Middlesbrough, no offence to Leeds, but are probably the best three in the Championship at this moment in time, with Latte, Lath, Ben Doak, and of course Finazaz.
Yeah, definitely. I even feel maybe if he's fit enough, Ampadu comes back in for this one. I think having him might be a real bonus. I put him then with Tanaka and maybe push Rothwell into the 10.
Okay.
But I feel we've just got to go at him straight away. Nonso and Ramazani back in for me. Although Solomon's obviously got those 2 goals against Swansea, I didn't think he was that good yesterday. And I think having players like Nonso and Ramazani in the Championship is just, it's levels above. So I feel we've just got to go at them, but we got to be cautious with how we set up really, because last season Middlesbrough scored within 2 minutes. We did win that game, but they scored within 2 minutes against us at home. So we know what they're like.
It's going to be a great game. Certainly going to be trying to watch it. Enjoy it. We're talking set pieces, of course, this week as well, because the whole footballing world's gone crazy in relation to set pieces. First of all, as a football fan, do you think we've gone too far? I mean, for example, in our Norwich chat later on this evening, we'll be talking about why their fans want their set piece coach sacked is the main headline. Have we gone too far, do you think?
I think a little bit. I don't know. I mean, it's always good when you score from a set piece. Obviously, we got one yesterday, and we never score from set pieces. I don't know where we would be in the table, but I'm sure it wouldn't be very high.
Yeah, let's have a look, shall we?
Oh yeah, not
12th. Yeah, 1 penalty and 4 set pieces. Compare that to the way that Derby, your opponents, play. Who are the set
we were
piece?
lucky not to concede from a few yesterday. We defended them quite well, to be honest. But
why do you think Leeds don't score more from set pieces?
It's a really, really good question. That is, I think ever since really Rafinha left, we haven't had a proper dead ball, direct free kick like specialist. Like nobody can, like Rothwell can deliver a good ball, but there's nobody really who you think they're going to stand over it and score direct. Like Gruev got one in the playoff semi-final last season, but apart from that, didn't really have anyone. And we've only really got Rodon, Pascal Struijk as our tallest, biggest threats from corners and stuff. So I just think, I don't know. I just think we're quite a short team, really.
Okay. And who do you want on a penalty if you get one?
Oof. Well, it is Pascal Struijk as the designated penalty taker, but I'm putting Joel Pirro on it. I don't think he's missed one that he's taken for us, actually. He scored quite a few crucial ones last season, especially that one against Preston in the last minute. So I'll put Pirro on it, I think.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Not Bamford, is it? Because
away
at Stoke last year. I think that's still going. I think that's still rising. That one.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. We're also talking obviously about Christmas, and because we want to give some goodwill, we're talking about who have been the best fans at Elland Road this year. So Who for you in that away end has impressed you so far?
Well, Portsmouth, the way the game panned out, that 3-3, and like they went absolutely mental with that penalty. They were unlucky not to come away with all 3 points that day, to be honest. But definitely Portsmouth up there for me. Sheffield United, until we scored, were quite good. But I think I'm going to give it to Portsmouth. Their first game back in the Championship, a 3-3 draw at Elland Road. Your first game back, and they sold out their away end, so I give it Portsmouth.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, you'll be pleased to know that so far Sunderland have figured Leeds as one of the best fans that have visited.
Oh, really?
The Stadium of Light. FA Cup draw was made since we last spoke to you, Jake, as well as far as ties go. Were you pleased with what you got in the end?
Yeah, I was. I think it's good for, obviously it's better for Harrogate, really. We played them in pre-season at theirs, and then obviously they get a big FA Cup tie at Elland Road. So I think it'll be a great occasion. Obviously we should win. I mean, you never know. It's FA Cup, so and we're Leeds United, so who knows? But I'm happy with it. And it would have been nice to get a Premier League team away, United away or something would have been great. But Harrogate at home, we take it, and it'll be a good occasion.
If I said that Harrogate would win 1-0 now and knock you out, but I can guarantee you at least the playoffs this season, would you take that?
I mean, Leeds in the playoffs, it's never gone well. But to be fair, I wouldn't be too bothered. I feel if we can, get knocked out and then fully concentrate on that league, because if we get through and we get someone big, or we carry on progressing in that. I mean, you never know. It'd be great to have a cup run again. Obviously, we got to, I think it was one before the quarterfinals last season, if I remember. Knocked out by Chelsea. But I don't think I can take the playoffs again, to be honest. So yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Jacob. Let us know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Thank you very much, of course, for joining us. We really appreciate your views and all your comments. And of course, we'll see you next week when we're hopefully reviewing maybe 6 points, a win against Middlesbrough and a win at Deepdale. 2 things which are not going to be easy to come by. Good luck. Enjoy the football. See you next week.